Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the difference between an informal and a formal organization, and we'll be discussing these with some examples. So first of all, let's discuss the structure and hierarchy of an informal organization and a formal organization. So in formal organizations, they have a clearly defined structure with established rules, roles, and hierarchies. They operate based on formal authority and they follow specific procedures and policies. Power and decision making are typically centralized. For example, in a multinational corporation with a hierarchical structure, departments and designated positions such as CEO, managers, and employees, these kind of posts are or these kind of designated positions are present in a formal organization. Now coming towards an informal organization, what is the structure and hierarchy in an informal organization? So informal organizations are characterized by a flexible and loosely defined structure. They operate based on personal relationships, shared interests, and social connections rather than formal rules and hierarchies. Power and authority are typically dispersed among the members. For example, a group of friends organizing a weekly book club where decisions are made collaboratively and the leadership roles may rotate. Let's talk about the purpose and goals in formal and informal organizations. Formal organizations are purpose driven and they are established to achieve specific goals and objectives. They have a clear mission and operate with a defined purpose. For example, a non-profit organization working towards environmental conservation with the goal of reducing carbon emissions. And in informal organizations, they often emerge spontaneously based on shared interests, hobbies, or social interactions. Like earlier, we discussed the example of friends organizing a weekly book club. So they are driven by personal motivations and may not have explicit goals or objectives. For example, a group of employees organizing an after work sports club for leisure and socializing. So this is a kind of an informal organization which are not purpose driven, rather they are spontaneously based on shared interests, hobbies, or social interactions. Now let's talk about communication and decision making in formal and informal organizations. So communication in formal organizations follows established channels and protocols. Decision making is typically hierarchical, with decisions made by higher level management and cascaded down to lower levels. For example, a government agency with a structured decision making process where decisions are made by elected officials or appointed bureaucrats. And in informal organizations, communication is often informal and based on direct interactions between members. The decision making may be decentralized and consensus driven with input from multiple individuals. For example, a community group organizing a neighborhood cleanup event where decisions are made through discussions among participants. So these are the differences in communication and decision making among formal and informal organizations. Let's talk about accountability and governance in formal and informal organizations. Informal organizations may have limited accountability mechanisms as they operate based on personal relationships and trust. Governance is often informal and based on social norms and agreements. For example, a social club of hobbyists where members adhere to informal norms and expectations rather than formal rules. Whereas in formal organizations, they have clear systems. Formal organizations have clear systems of accountability and governance. They follow legal and regulatory frameworks and are subject to oversight and scrutiny. For example, a university with a board of trustees responsible for governance and financial oversight exemplify a formal organization. So these are some of the few points that we discussed while comparing formal and informal organizations. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.